Episode 25. Welcome back to Blasphemous Reviews. I'm Jake.
I'm KJ.
And we look forward to whatever it is that we'll be doing next and hope you are along for the ride. What, you smoking CBD? What?
So, do you know, I was taking a piss before we started, and
Were
I
you?
saw yes, I was, and I saw an ant, crawling on my wall, and I'm like, oh, this little fucker. I said, man, it's unfortunate. I was like, I think about this, and I'm like, it's unfortunate that they probably end up winding up in here. It's like, I know they don't want to, and they're probably lost. But, like, I think in their head, like the ant's head or whatever bug I end up killing, like their life is over. It's flashed before their eyes. You know what I mean? Like, I picked them up, I put them in my piss water in the bowl, and I flush it down. And then I'm just thinking to myself, this is literally his life. People are going to ask, like, hey, where did Ricardo go? Where's he been? And like, Ricardo's dead.
And they have no
He's
idea.
dead as fuck. They have no idea. So, like,
How long do you
like,
think an ant could survive in water?
I don't know, man. I feel like they curl up immediately, so I'm not 100% certain on that. You know?
Maybe they survive the flush.
I mean, plausibly.
And
If
it's
find
like-
a dry enough area.
They end up somewhere, and it's just like, another one! It's just like a whole, like, colony of flushed ants.
There's an entire family. He found his wife.
Welcome, brother. You have now joined the afterlife.
It's a Jamaican ant. Welcome, brother.
Welcome, brother. You don't know, man. You don't know their walk of
I
life.
don't.
Do you
This
think
is
there's
very
no
true.
ants in Jamaica?
No,
Come on.
there's very much ants in Jamaica. It's funny you saw that because I was on TikTok scrolling the other day, and there was this white Jamaican, and somebody was calling him out for like playing. He's like, only Jamaicans are black. He's like, I am Jamaican, man. And he's, and like people were straight up saying like, dude, this dude's Jamaican. I don't know, like, there's white Jamaicans. So
was the accent real, or was he like...
oh, it was real. It was real and thick as fuck. Like, it was one where it's like, oh, you can tell this isn't like, imitation, if you will.
Right. I mean, that's like saying a black person with there's no black people in UK that have accents.
All right. What's up, bruv? Or whatever it is.
Bruv. I don't know the lingo.
I don't either, and I don't want to disrespect it.
I saw some ants in my cabin in North Carolina.
Yeah.
They were big as fuck. Fat boys.
When you were seeing the Papadozio, you didn't go to a bed and breakfast?
No, we rented a Airbnb.
Okay.
Airbnb. Okay, I'm never mind. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna ask you if you know what that is, because you know what that is.
It's a bed and breakfast, bro.
No. Oh, you don't know.
What is it then?
Airbnb is an app or a website.
Oh, then if I do know, then the Airbnb. The only reason I do know this is my cousin. He rented a house through that app.
Yeah.
Where we stayed in Kentucky. So
Yeah.
Is that something similar of what you're talking about?
It's exactly what it is.
Okay.
So basically, people own like houses or apartments,
And they just rent them out, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
we rented a cabin in North Carolina, near Asheville, and yeah, we saw some ants. They were big as fuck. We picked them up and put them outside though,
I'll have to go to that
because we're
journey the next
fucking
time.
nice. We don't flush living beings down the drain.
Well, I do. So fuck them. I don't care. There's plenty of them. There's like, how many is there ants to us? I think there's like 1 million. To every human. I think there's like 1 million ants.
So there's like, let's do some math. What is 1 million times 6 billion?
We are not doing that so much.
That's a lot of ants, dude.
They could kill us. They could kill all humans.
Yeah. Maybe they're just waiting for the right opportunity.
It's a possibility. I have no idea. It'd be fucking genius though if it could actually happen. I remember there was a movie I used to watch. I think it was called Matinee. I'm pretty sure it had John Goodman. It was a 90s movie. It was like a B horror. And it was about like ants, you know, turning into like these really ridiculously sized ants, obviously. And they're just towering over buildings and shit like that, you know, destroying people. I haven't seen it in many years. I don't even know where the fuck
this is real?
This is a real movie.
This is not some weird fever dream you had?
It is not. I don't even know what a fever dream is. I don't even know if I've had
when you have a dream, when you have a fever?
Oh, probably not. I have probably not had one of those.
Have you dreamt before?
Yes, many times. I like to try to be that person that, what do you call it? The fuck am I trying to
lucid dreams?
Is that what it is? No, it's just I try to remember them. I feel like it's really hard to remember them unless you like just like wake up immediately and just start writing in a fucking journal. Because like, you know, I've been that person every time where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna remember this dream. I'm gonna always remember this dream. This dream meant something to me, and not but 15 to 20 minutes
later.
There we go. Right, and I don't even fucking remember.
Nope.
So I don't know, man. I want to be that person, but I barely dream anymore either. You know, I don't dream every single night. So
it's all the weed you smoke.
Nah.
No, it is actually. So it's pretty well like documented that drinking and smoking actually cause your dreams to kind of not be so vivid.
Well, how do they expect me to go to sleep?
Melatonin? I don't know. But anyway,
so melatonin, dude.
If you're an alcoholic or you drink a lot and you stop drinking, you'll notice you have more vivid dreams. Same with smoking.
Okay.
Like take a couple days off of smoking and see what your dreams are like.
Why don't you just take a couple days off of shitting and see what your bowels are like?
I can't do that.
Oh man, no, I get you. I mean, if it works, I'll try it to see if it works. You know what I mean? Kind of like a fact or bullshit kind of thing. You know,
it's real.
Maybe.
In this world.
But in Earth 27.4, not real at all. Fake as fuck.
So that's 53 years from now. We'll still be alive, hopefully.
What is?
I said we'll still be alive, hopefully, by 2074.
53 years? I would be 84? Or no, I'm sorry, Jesus. Is that right? 53? 83 years old. I'd be 83. So yeah, I hope I'm alive.
Yeah. What do you think 2074 is going to look like?
2074? I don't know, man. Probably literally the fucking same thing. I think, honestly, I think we'll see, what do you call it?
Well, think back 50 years to now.
Okay. I'd say we see more electric cars. It would probably honestly be that would be actually it. You know what I mean? There wouldn't be such thing as gasoline cars anymore. And if there were, they'd be like classics and they'd be very expensive.
Right.
You know what I mean? What else would be different? I feel our food would be different. You know what I mean? I feel like they would figure out how to get more nutrition into people that are like, you know, picky as shit.
Like the Jetsons?
Yeah. Or kind of like Back to the Future when like they had a pizza at Pizza Hut and it was like literally the size of like a steroid bagel bite. And then they threw it in that like fucking pizza maker and then it turned into like a large pizza. You know?
Yeah.
So something like that, okay. I feel could happen. What else?
What about like phones or like computers?
I feel like phones will end up turning into literally like something like that's the size of a keychain, like little, I don't know, toy or gift, something that you hang. And I feel like you're going to be able to press like one small button, it turns into a big thing, and then once you're done, you know what I mean? It goes back to the fucking keychain. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Or I've always thought that, like, I don't know, this is obviously going to get too, like, oh, I'll never do anything like this, but this is a theory. Is like they'll have something implanted inside us where our cell phone will be like in our fucking brain already. You know what I mean? And all we'll have to do is like call Maggie. You know what I mean, or whoever. And
That's already exists. So.
Oh, does it? Okay, well,
yeah,
it's just gonna.
Have you ever heard of
better?
Have you ever heard of Neurolink?
No.
So it's this thing that Elon Musk, of course, is developing. It's like, well, not him. He's not like, the scientist developing it, but it's like essentially his baby. Let's see here. It's a neurotechnology company founded by Elon Musk, developing implantable brain-machine interfaces.
He's trying to control the world. He's like every evil scientist in a Disney movie.
Well, all right. Think about it this way. Think about if you are an amputee, all right? And you get a prosthetic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that prosthetic is able to hook up to your nerve endings wherever it connects. Like if it's your arm, like here down,
Mm-hmm. I got you.
And then that prosthetic can communicate with a chip that's directly implanted to your head, and it can send information so you can move just like you would normally, but with a prosthetic, because your brain's able to communicate to the nerve endings that then communicate to the...
That's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah. But think about where that'll be. That's like...
Yeah, end up leading to like evil motherfuckers, I don't know, man. Like, it sounds like the world's just turning into a big old Disney movie.
I think it would potentially be like get to the point where our brains are able to automatically interface with the internet or information. So instead of like Googling something, you'll think it and get the answer to it. Like
it's
simultaneously.
It's fucking crazy. I feel like at that point, though, people see, when you say something like that, my concern is like already what we have now is like short attention span and things of that nature. Think if like that wasn't working, you know what I mean, so swiftly for a little bit, and like, but people got so used to the high speed of learning and knowing everything, and then it just, started lagging, if you will. People are gonna get really fucking crazy with that shit. You know what I mean? Mentally, it's gonna fuck with them.
Oh yeah.
Kind of the same way that it fucks with you now, and how our attention span is as long as a fucking 1 minute TikTok, or what was it before TikTok? Vines that were like 7 seconds or some shit. And so, I don't know, man. I'm with that, and then like I think about that kind of shit. You know what I mean? I think like, no, I don't want that. I wish if we could do anything, honestly, I would love to go back to a time where I'm not going to say we are using rotary phones, and for people that are like, I don't know, younger than me, and people my age that don't even know what a rotary phone is, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just fucking, I got a 50-year-old brain in all honesty, and I just like to see that kind of shit. But anyways, a rotary phone is one of those phones where you would, take the number and you'd start, like, for example, 2, and then you'd have to, like, basically twist it the entire way around, wait for it to come back to a complete stop, and then type in your other number. And you would have to do that so on and so forth until you completed your number. So I want to get back to a time like that, but obviously not where we're using rotary phones. I just want to get back to a simpler time where, I listen to, does anybody, not anybody. For the people that don't know, I am a fan of Reno 911. I love that show. one of my favorites is an actor named Thomas Lennon on there. He did something that Jake showed me that I actually had no idea about in the show, and it was called New Boots Goofing.
New Boot Goofing.
Yeah, and it's the funniest shit that I've ever seen in my life. But anyways, I follow him on TikTok, and he was like, do you want to know how to play guitar? Here's 3 easy steps. First thing he said right off the bat was funny as fuck. He was like, you have to be born in the 1980s when there was no internet, and then you can learn how to play the guitar. You know, that was like the first fucking thing he said. And I was like, oh my God, to think about that, that's so true, because you didn't have this. Everything that you love in 14 different stages and ways that you have to focus on. You know what I mean? You won't have time for something like that unless you find passion for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true.
You know, I wanted to pick up the bass so badly, and I still do, but I have yet to buy one. I don't know why. I feel like I'm 30 years old and I'm just a little too late to the game. But somebody told me on TikTok again, when I was talking about it, they said, I asked if 30 years old is too late to play bass. Somebody replied back with me and they said, blatantly, like, it's never too old. Just remember and know your limitations. Realize it's a hobby and not a futuristic lifestyle. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
Don't look at it as if it's a lifestyle choice. Like you're gonna end up making millions from it.
Right.
So.
I mean, that is always in the realm of possibility, but
it is.
Don't set your sights on that and like get yourself so like focused on something that is, you know, when you could focus on something a little bit more tangible at first, like
when you lose touch out of reality. If anything, that you're doing a show with somebody. You know what I mean? Like a little bar show or something. Like you just something like that. Just, you know, start small. I don't know. So it's never too late is what I'm getting at. For anything you want to do in life. It is never too fucking late. So just depends on if you have the drive for it. Like for example, I'm 30 years old and I just started getting into comics. Fucking love it. Can't stop, can't get enough. So, you know.
True that.
Just depends. But going into a new topic or a new category that we haven't even talked about, which is kind of crazy. We just went right into the cuff of like a normal podcast. This is the 25th episode of Blasphemous Reviews. This is also our final episode of Blasphemous Reviews. As we said kind of. And I will explain. So a couple episodes back, I'm pretty sure it was episode 22, me and Jake, right before we decided to start recording that day, we were like, man, we kind of need a change. We need to figure out something. Like, are you ready for a change? Because I'm just not feeling 100% on what we're doing here. And it's not because we're not delivering decent content to you guys. It's because we could be doing it a lot better. And we have more ideas going down this. I mean, 25 episodes, if you count, you know, a week an episode, that's at least 6 months easy, right? Trying to think. You know, we've done this at least 6 months. And we're not stopping by any means of the realm. We're going to continue next week. You will have a new episode. It will be under a new podcast name. And it might have a little bit different. No, it actually will have a different format. We're going to be doing things completely different to kind of give us that spice of life. And since we have this experience with the 25 episodes, it will help us progress this one a hell of a lot better.
Right. We're going to do Blasphemous Reviews as episodes or like segments that we do periodically. And it will still show up as Blasphemous Reviews number whatever, but it will just be not our main focus. Our main focus will be the other content that we want to do. Right. So,
like, as you guys can blatantly tell, that literally, you know, from our podcast, we're literally ripping off the cuff quite a bit. And it's not that it's not good. We think that we're entertaining as hell, and we think that we have ways to go with even more entertaining experience, if you will. But what I'm getting at with this whole situation is like, if you notice that we are ripping off the cuff the entire time, this literally isn't Blasphemous Reviews. And I feel myself personally, like, I want to give you that Blasphemous review, but I want to make sure that that is a dire, important episode of whatever I'm giving you. I'm breaking it down thoroughly, more than we ever did on anything we ever broke down before. and beyond from that. But our content will be a variation of the sorts. We've talked about it before, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again, but it will be videos where we're going on outings, doing different things. Since the world's kind of opening up slowly, we will be able to do a lot more shit like that. Not only that, we are both passionate about cooking. We're going to be doing some cooking segments, teaching you guys a little bit of what we know and what we grew up with in our Cincinnati culture. From there, we talked about doing haunted shit. I'm a big old pussy, so that will be good for content.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I am too. But there is going to be a lot more difference than what you see here, and you will see us a lot more, I don't know, be more participant or have more participation on our social media platforms as well. We've tried again, and I'm sorry that we've bullshitted you guys numerous times saying, oh, we're going to rip out more content on the social media platforms. We're going to be doing this and that. I'm sorry. Life kicked us in the ass. Unfortunately, it kicked Jake super fucking hard. He's been playing Mortal Kombat for a couple months and, in real life. So he's just, burnt the fuck out. Me personally, I got no excuse. Social media isn't difficult. I get on my own. But with that being said, we're going to do a lot more on that social media platform so we can get more involved with you guys. So maybe that can push out a hell of a lot better content that we know. So we can talk to you. We still need that feedback, but we're definitely going to see, you're going to definitely see more of us on the social media platform.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I hope to also get to a point where we're able to have guests on too.
Yeah. I mean, that's been the dream since episode 1 of Blasphemous. So it's not like that's something that's not going to be out of reach, if you will.
Right. Yeah.
We want to put we want to put a better format on this. We want to do it better for you guys. Well, we want to make it more entertaining for you guys. Again, not saying we're not entertaining. We just want to push that envelope a little bit better. We need the views as well as you guys want the entertainment, if that makes sense. I think Andre 3000 said it best. If I don't, what is it? If you don't move your feet, then I don't eat. So we neck to neck or something like that.
Yeah.
So same fucking principle. I want to get to a point in my life where this could be my job. Where this can be our job actually, and we can actually make and get even more people that want to be creators and produce them and push out their shit if they have a dream as well. Because that's my goal. I want to see other people succeed in this business. Business, anything, me, myself, I want to be successful, obviously, but myself, I just love seeing entertainment. And I love seeing that we're more prone to watching daily, everyday Joes on the internet than we are watching famous people all the time. That is really cool to me. It is a fascinating fucking thing. I love it. Because when I was a kid, we just looked up to movie stars. Now people are looking up to everyday people that live in fucking Connecticut, or something like that. So
yeah,
I'm about.
And that just it also just helps spread the idea of how similar we all are more than we are different. I think that's something that's starting to get lost in a lot of ways. At least, politically. Seems like both of the leading parties of America are hey, you're way different than that person. You know what I mean? You should get mad at them for being different than you.
Right, and having a different opinion.
But once you really get into it and you just start seeing other people and hearing them out, you're oh wow, we're not actually that different.
All right, we basically have the same views. I might not agree with this. You might not agree with this, but we come together on the majority of shit. So I'm cool with you, and it's a real tough thing to see anymore. I had somebody, for example, and I'm not going to name names. I had somebody that was talking about my podcast, and they're like, "Oh man, I'm gonna listen to his podcast," and my girlfriend was talking to the people at the time, and they were like, "Yeah, he does that. They're definitely anti-Trump. They said they might like a little bit of their views, but definitely anti-Trump. And you'll hear that he's like, "What? He didn't vote for Trump? I'm not listening to his podcast." So
really,
yeah. And I was like, "Well, that's fine. I mean, whatever you feel, that's completely understandable." I said, "That's not all we talk about, but I get your reasoning." So I didn't want to sit there and fight with somebody that would that's like that, but it shows blatantly. It showed to me. I smiled when I heard it. It shows how divided we are. That you won't even sit there and listen to me because I have a different viewpoint than you do. So
maybe
I could be. What do you mean? Oh yeah, exactly. No. Like you said, maybe.
Again,
you might be on the same page.
Actually listening, and you will be like, "Oh, okay." We do think about things
the
similarly.
Same shit, right? So
yeah, people are so caught up in the if you don't subscribe to everything that's been presented the same way to me, to you, if you don't subscribe to that, then I don't like you. I'm not going to talk to you, and that's just fucked. And that's only pushed and, like I said, that's only pushed and perpetuated by government and political institutions. That isn't pushed by regular people. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess some social media has played a part of it, but what do you expect when you radicalize people so much?
That's the job. I mean, it's to it went from the news. I mean, I guess think about it when we were younger. It goes from the news putting fear into us to now it's social media and the news putting fear into us, and putting out propaganda,
working together to make it even worse than it ever was.
Right. And like we talked about in earlier episodes, it's just how the world works. It's how we're controlled. We are controlled. It is what it is. And the only thing that I can tell you to do, and I'm sure anybody, is just live your life to the most humble fucking faction that you can, and don't sit there and listen to everything, but listen to everything as well, and come up with your own goddamn conclusion. That's the only way I can tell you how to live. That's how my brother taught me. The man served two tours. You know what I mean? So that's the only way that I ever understood. So. And I'm a stupid man. I am a stupid man. Don't say truth to that one. But I am a stupid man.
True.
I am.
Hey, me too, though. I mean,
I'm not the brightest unless I read something. But I mean, I think that's common sense too. Unless you pick up something and you read it and you want to acknowledge it, learn it, understand it, and then you ain't gonna learn shit. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, if you don't want to hear it, then are you really even gonna listen to it enough to learn anything?
Exactly. And that's to pick up anything. That's to do anything.
It applies to anything, yeah, for sure. Same with this is just a thought. Same with music, you know what I mean? Sometimes you'll be like, I don't know, you play something and somebody will be like, "Oh, well, I don't like this genre of music." Do you not like that whole genre of music, or do you not want to hear what's being presented?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Actually listen, and you might like it.
Right. And I'm a stubborn ass for that too. And it takes me a couple tries for that kind of stuff. But I'm open to listening to shit now more than I ever was. So I like listening to anything that might give me a funky good time, if you will. I don't know why I keep looking at myself right here. I gotta look right there, and I keep looking at myself. But going back, I want to talk about our 25 episodes. We've been doing this for 6 months. We've slowly upgraded some things. We did a few things. I don't know. How do I want to say it? We've upgraded our microphones. We've tried tirelessly working and learning a platform to edit our shit. Jake's been editing videos. We've been learning through this entire thing, and experiencing how to push out a podcast. What's your favorite thing to do out of this whole thing in the last 25 episodes?
I mean, I don't know. I like sitting here and just talking shit
Hitting
out.
your microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did too, man. I think I've truly enjoyed that. I mean, being friends for 20 years, 20 something years, or however fuck long it's been. I don't even think it's been 20 years. Well, I don't think so. But it's been close. It's been like probably 18 years. I think
Something
we've
like
known
that,
each
yeah.
other. You know what I mean? So like our friendship can smoke cigarettes and join the army. You know? Or no, I think you got to be 21 to smoke cigarettes now or to buy a pack of cigarettes.
Isn't that some wild shit?
It is.
It's like, hey, you're like able-bodied enough to go die for us. So I'm gonna allow you to do that, but you're not able-bodied enough to decide whether you want to drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes.
Right. Stupid.
Old enough to shoot a gun, not old enough to smoke a cigarette.
Right. Old enough to kill somebody if you have to, but can't have that tobacco.
That's so weird, dude. What
so
the
fucking
fuck?
weird. But yeah, we've been friends at least 18 fucking years, so it's super easy to sit here and just talk and be relatable and shit like that. Because we've basically grown up on the same principles, we have the same views, you know, a little bit different here and there, but...
Right, sometimes, you know,
the majority
slight disagreements, but...
Right. I mean, that's what makes for good entertainment. You can't always agree to everything. But, my dude's just fucking out here on camera drinking a big old gallon of water. Oh, shit. But
it's that fancy shit, too.
Is
that, that pH 9.5 plus minerals.
Got all that good stuff in it for you.
You know, gotta properly hydrate. Can't just drink tap water. Come on, it's 2021.
I mean, I have a Brita. I have one of those fancy Britas that actually it's like a big old thing, and you have a spigot at the end of it. You know, where you get your water. Yeah, spigot. Yeah, I'm such a redneck.
That's how you say it. I mean,
I think it is.
That's how it's spelled.
A spigot. Yeah. So.
Yeah, same. It goes in the fridge. It's like a rectangle.
Yeah, I love it though. It's my favorite thing in the world. But
that's great. You gotta remember to change your filters, but
every 3 months, man. Don't forget. But yeah, I just what do you call it? I've enjoyed the experience of the podcast itself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We've easily had at least probably, you know, obviously not the great number, but it's a great number to me. We've had at least 1,000 people listening through what do you call it? All of our platforms. We actually are on fucking Apple Podcasts.
Did it finally get approved or something?
Yeah, I guess. And I had no fucking idea. My girlfriend just one day was like talking to my Alexa and asked it to play you know, our podcast, and then it just came up right on fucking Apple Podcasts. And I was like, holy shit.
Because I know that kidding me? So to get on it, it's not like Spotify or anything else.
I looked weird when I did that.
For Apple Podcasts.
This. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
For Apple Podcasts, you have to get approved. You have to sign up essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And we were waiting on an email or something, and I guess we never got an email about it. But
no, not at all. And
we're on there.
Right, we're on Apple Podcasts, and it's crazy because that's probably how a lot of people are going to listen to it. So,
yeah,
I hope us changing our name does not fuck that up.
I don't think so.
I don't either, because we might have a lot more listeners come through there.
Well, now that we're approved, we can just do whatever we want.
Right. So
I think
I don't know, but it's really cool to see my face and to see your face on Apple Podcasts. It blows my mind.
Same as Spotify. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, right. Like I'm on Spotify, dog. I'm up there with The Weeknd.
Drake. Yo, hey, me and Drake are on the same platform, dog. Like we share the same platform and everything, bro.
We actually cool, bro. He gonna give me his number soon. I hit him up on the DMs on Twitter. Like, tight.
Yeah. No, it's cool. That's another thing I really like is actually like putting our episodes out.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I would be better at it if I had more time to do it.
Right.
That's the only thing that, like, is a big struggle for me, is finding time with my fucking stupid brain to, like, organize and plan everything I need to do content-wise for this. Which is also why I took a step back from doing my streaming. Which, it's been nice not having to like stress about planning and timing that, and like knowing that I'm not just pushing out bullshit. I mean, I'm not pushing out anything, but honestly, I'd rather not push out anything than continue to push out bullshit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been nice to not have to worry about that, even though I really, really want to get back to it because it was a lot of fun.
I think that's what the whole point of us also learning to do our new podcast is. It's us just scheduling our timing a hell of a lot better than what we've done. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. we could probably easily, honestly, me and Jay could probably have a podcast up within a day. We could honestly record it, edit it,
right,
all that shit within one fucking day.
Yeah.
Would it be a pain in the ass? Yes and no, because it's like you're going to work. It would just take a couple hours, get it done, and
yeah. I just
so that's what we're.
I'm trying to move out of the house I'm in, and hopefully, for me, it's like I'm like heavily influenced by my environment a lot when it comes to me like doing stuff.
Amen to that, buddy.
And at first, when I first came down here and set this all up down here in the basement, it was exciting. It was fun. But now that I've been using this space down here for like 7 or 8 months, I've just gotten like, I've like found all of the problems I have with it, and now I just like can't wait to get out of it. Into a new place.
It's also trying to learn to be happy with the environment you're in as well. Not saying that I don't understand where you're coming from, but it's just like at some point there's always going to be faults, if that makes sense.
And and like same applies with work. Like if I work in an environment that is stressful, then I'm going to need more time outside of that to decompress and work through that stress, and that takes a toll on every day outside of work as well.
And so that's mentally that's for anybody, man.
That's
for anybody that works way too fucking hard every day in and day out, and doesn't get that, what do you want to call it, that I don't know, that pat on the back, if you will. You know what I mean? Or doesn't get, or sees everybody else skate by with the bare minimum, but sees you working extra hard and you get shit for that.
Right.
For that everyday person, it really fucking sucks. And it's hard for everybody, because I think being a workhorse or being somebody that's just willing to work, you know what I mean? When they work and they work every day and the only thing they know is to work hard, it's really hard for them to take the advice of somebody like, for me, for example. No job is going to care about you the way that you care about it. Does that make sense?
Yes. Well, to an extent.
I'm sure there's jobs out there in that world.
Right. And
don't get me wrong.
Those are like the exceptions, not the rule.
Right. But like from what I've worked my entire life, what Jake's worked, what the average fucking person probably works, I should say. The average American, the average Joe, whatever. They get that job where, like, that company does not give a fuck about you at all, but will treat you like shit. And the unfortunate part is, like I said, you clock in, stressed as you are, but you still give it your 110 fucking percent.
Yeah.
Even though they won't give it to you in return. And it sucks. It's a heart-wrenching feeling every day going into something like that. And the only reason you go in is because it's like, oh, I gotta pay my bills. Oh, I want to smoke a little weed this week. Oh, I want a fucking burrito from Chipotle. That sounds delicious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the little things that I'm talking about, that's literally all you get from working a 40-hour-a-week job after you pay all your motherfucking bills.
I would love to work a 40-hour-a-week job.
It's funny that you have that. We're going to have to talk after this.
Because I have 50 hours a week.
Right. So.
That, honestly, like, I know it doesn't sound like a lot. 10 hours less. But 10 hours a week less would be amazing. Like, you really don't know how much that 10 hours is until you don't have it. And then you're like, wow, this sucks.
Most definitely.
But yeah, I'm excited for the future, for our podcast and everything we got planned.
Most definitely. I know
it's going to be amazing once we really get the ball rolling on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
once we get ideas down and how we want to do this a little bit better than, like I said, what we did. And I don't want to keep repeating the same shit, but yeah, this was not bad entertainment we were pushing out. I felt we had a lot of good fucking things. If there was a video montage, it would be hilarious. You know, but we're not ending in any way.
I'm going to make a video montage to the Friends opening theme.
Or you should do the one where it's the dog commercial where it's like, I will remember you.
Hi, I'm Sarah McLachlan.
And do you want to help these dogs?
For the low price of $5 a month, you can help save this little puppy's life.
You
this is Spike.
Remember me
when he was only 2 months old. He was abandoned on the side of the freeway. If it wasn't for... Sorry, I'll stop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fucking great. I can't. That was good. That made me laugh. Fucking A.
That's all you need is a little laugh.
It is. It really is. It's the best medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, if like you're on actual medicine and saving your life, then that's the best medicine.
Then literally, that is the best medicine.
It's funny. Gotta get my electrolytes in that 9.5, dog. No, yeah, I got Brita water.
You make the switch already? Damn.
Dude, literally while I was sitting here. Oh.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not going to sit here because I ain't no scientist. I'm not going to sit here and say for sure that this alkaline water is better. But if I take a sip of it, if I'm dehydrated and I take a sip of it, and then I take a sip of some regular water, I swear I can feel the difference immediately.
You definitely might. I'm not saying you're crazy or nothing for feeling a difference. I definitely understand. I think whenever I have an ice cold Fiji, that hits different every time.
Cold Fiji.
Love it. And I thought I was a fucking at first because and this is where poverty hits me hard. You know what I mean? And I don't know if this is for everybody. I remember one day looking at the water, and I'm like, man, what is this? Oh, it's Fiji. We can't afford that. You know, something like that from my dad would say. I say, oh, okay, that's fine. Years later, I would see people, grabbing that out of the gas station. I'm like, man, I can't afford that. That's probably too expensive. And one day I was like, you know what? Fuck it. $2.50 for a bottle of water, or whatever it was. I drank it. I fell in love. The best thing I ever fucking had. And I was like, I'm never going back. So.
Yeah.
But I did go back because I'm poor,
When I go to the grocery store, I still find myself being like, I wonder what the cheap one's like, Because, I don't know. For the most part, I like what I like, and I'll buy what I like because I like it. You know what I mean? It's right. Like at the grocery store.
Right.
But sometimes those things that I like are the cheap ones because some things you can't really tell much of a difference, 100%. And it is a little bit cheaper. So it's like, I don't know.
I've grown up on Kroger brand my entire life. I am okay with Kroger brand shit. I'm okay with Meyer brand shit. The only thing I'm not okay with is it like some Dollar General shit. I can't do Dollar General brand. I'm good.
That
like,
DG?
That's pushing it. Yeah, I think it's called like Clover Valley or some shit. I'm good.
Yo, you'll be surprised how good some of that DG shit is.
No, I mean, I've had things. Like, I bought cashews from DG, and they were pretty damn good. But, like, there's some things I'm just not... I'm not going to push it, you know?
Right, you'll be like, I might as well just get the good shit.
Right. And like, I'm like you. I like what I like, you know? For example, whenever I get a steak at my house, I like to have a private selection steak, one of those nice, expensive ones. It's just what I enjoy. I cook it fucking medium well, and I'm on the plate to table, boy.
Man.
So fucking good.
I made the mistake recently of buying a cheaper steak. It was so garbage. Like, I didn't even want to eat it. It was just like, it's just tough. And I'm like, why? Why did I buy this?
Really?
Why the fuck did I? It looked good. And I cooked it, and it was tough as shit. You alright?
Hold on, dude. You froze. And my shit just fucking died on me.
I froze?
I don't know how these died on me, because like these are like last like 20 fucking hours on one charge.
When's the last time you charged them?
Like a week ago, but I've used them maybe 3 times, so... Man, I'm ending 25 off super shitty because, like, I'm not going to go sit here taking the time to fucking put on other headphones, so.
That's fine. That's okay.
But, yeah.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
Saying. I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
That's fucking great. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I couldn't even tell you either. We're not ending 25 at all. But that's all right. This is what to expect for Blasphemous Reviews. You won't see this episode 1 of No Name Podcast right now.
No Name Podcast. Nah. All professional from here on out.
Definitely try. Definitely going to try. Oh,
I'm still going to smoke CBD
every day. Every day is what we're going to do. Professional as fuck. Listen to me, we're going to try. Fuck that. Professional every time.
There ain't no try.
We'll try. We'll try.
You either do or you don't.
Exactly.
There is no try. I don't even remember what that's from. It's a quote from something.
I don't know. And then, another thing I want to leave you with is Synchronic. You need to watch that. It is amazing.
Synchronic.
It has Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon from Avengers, and he's also from a lot of other things.
Right.
And I don't know who the other dude is that plays it, but it is one of the most trippy sci-fi movies I've seen in a long time. And I very much enjoyed it. It's about to be released on Netflix, so if you get a chance, definitely watch it. It's very X-Files, if that helps you. It's very fucking X-Files.
I watched an episode of X-Files last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm about to get into it, man. We're still watching hard Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't even know. I want to go back into the podcast where I told you we started watching it because I want to see where we were at in the episode.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Right now, yeah.
You said you were like, it's okay.
Right.
Now what? What's your take now?
Season 4, dude. We're on season 4.
You love it?
I love it.
It's fucking great. All the Halloween episodes.
Oh, dude, the Halloween episodes are great. They're good. And, like, the captain is my favorite fucking character. The whole goddamn show. Good. He is such a fucking... He's just a cannonball of hilariousness.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a great show. And Charles...
I'm just glad they didn't go super far with, like remember he had, like, the... So this is what turned me off. I think it was, like, first episode in of that show. Spoilers for anybody that's never watched it. He had a Speedo on. And, like, he was just trying to be a goofball and have a Speedo on. And I was like, man, if it's going to be really this, like, dry-ass 7th grade humor bullshit the entire time, I'm not fucking with this. So, obviously, it took a couple more episodes to fall in love and enjoy the characters and all that, which it did. And they never used that kind of humor again. They have a lot of obscure humor in there. It's really good. Like, what's his name? Scully and fucking the other dude, man. Them two fucking guys.
Yeah.
They're so fucking good. Like, they were just fighting. They were having a ranch fight. Like, it was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But I told my girlfriend, I love that show so much. I'm like, I gotta buy this show. It's gotta be in my collection.
Yeah.
So,
my girlfriend made a good point. My girlfriend made a good point. So, how are they going to continue episodes now after, like, all of the stuff that went down last year? Like, trying to make a police show.
Oh, right. No, right.
Without being, like,
I mean, Cops
politically incorrect. You know what I mean? Like,
right. I mean, Cops blatantly is canceled, and that sucks because that was one of my favorite shows. I loved it. I did.
Yeah.
I mean, you could sit there. Okay, so here it is for me, and maybe this is just like, I don't know. I remember there would be Saturday nights, and it wouldn't happen all the time, but when it did, it was very exciting for me. It'd be Saturday nights, and there'd be a Cops marathon on Fox or something like that, right? And I remember I would sit there, I'd get snacks, I'd get me a drink, and I'd get some weed, and I would get high as fuck, and I would watch Cops
for hours.
It was the greatest thing on the planet, dude.
Love it.
I loved it so much because Cops is just good, dude. It's just there's hidden gems of people that are getting arrested, and you never know what's going to happen. And sometimes you get those good ones where it's just like a good Samaritan trying to be decent and all that other shit. And it's just, I truly enjoy Cops. It's so good. It's entertaining.
Yeah, it's definitely entertaining. And also, like, for me now, it's a little like, I'm like, ooh, fuck that cop, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they're like...
Did you just see the one recently where they had the guy, he was a military man, got pulled over? You know what I'm talking about? Look this up once you get done or whatever. Military man gets pulled over, and like people are saying like, I'm scared from, like, this dude's like, he's like, get out of the car, and he has his hands up, and like he's in military uniform, has no idea why he's getting pulled over, and he's like, I'm honestly scared, sir. He's like, yeah, you better be, boy, or some shit like that. Just like, what the fuck? We're still in this time? We're still in this?
Yeah, well, because it's perpetuated by those, I don't know.
Yeah, don't go in that deep rabbit hole.
Yeah,
we're not doing that. We're almost done with this episode.
Yeah, it's too far. But, yeah, it's just fucked.
It is. So, I don't know. Anyways, I had this random thought before that I also wanted to end with. Fuck Law and Order SVU.
I never watched Law and Order.
I didn't either, but fuck it, because it's like, these are the rape victims of and it's always about rape. How does anybody... Okay, first off, how does a show that's literally about a rape victim every fucking episode, sits there and drags on for like 17 seasons? People are sitting there and like, you know what? I want to watch a traumatized young girl or man get fucking raped for an hour. You know what I mean? And watch the court case proceedings and as it goes on.
That writer's room must be weird as hell.
Weird as fuck, dude.
It's just a bunch of guys sitting there and like, all right, how are we going to rape the girl this time? That's fucked, dude.
It's super fucked. It's like, are we going to kill her or are we going to keep her alive? Completely up to you guys this week. You know, let's just spin the board. Like, they have a board and it just spins with different topics on how to get the weight. Like, it's just fucked, man.
There's like 3 of them. There's like, you know, there's one that chooses the location. There's one that chooses
whether it's male or female.
You know, they just have a whole bunch of different wheels and they just spin them and it decides the story for them.
God, that's how it's been last in Dick Wolf Productions, bro. Fuck that shit. Yeah, so no, I say that because like I just couldn't sit there and it's like and this is what I'm thinking is somebody sits there every week and is like, I'm gonna watch this super depressed television show every week. And then there will be marathons. Like 12-hour marathons of Law and Order SVU. Who needs 12 hours of rape, dude? Like what the fuck?
Nobody.
Like, Dick Wolf Productions needs to cancel that show. Bring back Cops, cancel that one.
I'm with it. Fuck yeah.
Right? Yeah, because I never watched it, though. I maybe watched it 1 or 2 times. I tried to get into it. I was like, maybe this is a good show. If it's lasts like 12 seasons, like, maybe it's a good show. Nope. No thanks. And I was like, oh, maybe Ice-T's in it. Maybe that'll sell me. Nope. Not at all.
Is he in the normal or the normal
he's in
Law and Order?
Which is SVU, Special Victims Unit, the SVU. Or he might be in the original Law and Order. There's so many!
Is there?
There's like Law and Order San Diego. There's Law and Order Dallas. There's Law and Order fucking Philadelphia. There's Law and Order fucking New York. There's Law and Order New Jersey. Yeah, it's like the Fast and the Furious series.
Yeah. We're family.
We family. We gonna have barbecues. We family.
Oh, that's good.
Oh shit, man! I think we're gonna end it on that note. How about you, buddy? Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I got a couple things to say before we ended up ending completely. We're not gonna forget the last fun fact of this time. So
cool.
Fun fact of the day: cotton candy was invented by a dentist. There you go.
Why?
I don't know. Probably for money. You know what I mean? Makes sense.
Well, feedback loop of cavities.
Exactly. Genius, actually. Fucking super genius. Like, oh, it dissolves in your mouth too? Dad, can I have some? You know? I don't know why I use that accent. But listen, people in the know are people that want to keep following us for future things. Only profile names will change for us. We are going to come up with a different podcast name. Not saying we haven't, not saying we have, but we will have a podcast name that will be different from there. Just follow our social media platforms. You know, we will have Facebook, we will have Instagram, and we are going to be sticking with our TikTok as well. So that's are the 3 platforms that I think we're going to stick with, basically, right? You say?
Yeah, for the most part. I don't know. I don't
know
how to use
Twitter. Twitter rabbit hole with our podcast.
I'm cool on Twitter.
Not really needed.
I'm just going to wait till Twitter dies.
I don't think Twitter's ever going to die. A lot of shit gets released through Twitter. But I don't know. Anyways,
it's going to kill itself.
What's that?
I said it's going to kill itself.
Maybe. Anyways, going on from that, like I said, look for us next week. We will release a podcast on Friday. If any changes of release date happen or, you know, are in the future, we will keep you guys in the know. From there, much love for the 25 episodes. We appreciate you, every single fucking one of you. I love you very fucking much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. This is why the fuck we're doing this. I promise you. Even if it's fucking 4 goddamn people one week and it's 20 people the next. It doesn't matter. I love every fucking one of you. From there, thank you. Yeah, just thank you immensely. You know, it gives us a voice, gives us a platform, and people actually like listening. Give us a listen on our new podcast.
You'll see us here next week.
Take care, guys.
Much love. Peace.